Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, and for the first time in your life, you have absolute control over yourself. You choose every word you say. You can shut down your anger in 3 seconds. You no longer accidentally swipe your card for things you don't need. And negative thoughts no longer run wild in your head like a pack of monkeys. Sounds like science fiction. Right, but more than 2,000 years ago, one man believed this was not only real, it was the only path to true freedom. His name was Epictetus. And listen carefully, he was born a slave. He had no control over his own body, no freedom to go where he wanted, no right to say no, in plain words. His life was in someone else's hands. Yet from that hell, he discovered something the world would later deeply respect. Freedom is not found in the chains outside you, but in the control you have over your inner response. He said something that still makes weak minds uncomfortable today. No one can hurt you without your permission. Don't misunderstand him. He wasn't saying pain isn't real. He was cutting straight to the truth. We cannot always control what life throws in our face, but we can always choose how we respond. And inside that response is our real power. The problem is, most of us today are not slaves in the literal sense. But don't fool yourself, we are living as a new kind of slave. Slaves to our mouths, saying things we regret, slaves to our moods, letting one bad feeling ruin the whole day, slaves to our wallets, spending to relieve stress, then stressing again because we're broke, and slaves to thoughts that never stop running: anxiety, comparison, self-blame. No one is whipping you, but every day, you are still being dragged around by what lives inside you. The solution is not toxic positivity. It is not lying to yourself and saying, everything is fine. The solution is to learn exactly what Epictetus taught: separate what you can control from what you cannot. Then put all your energy into the part you truly own: your words, your actions, your choices, and the way you interpret events. This is where you take back control of your life, little by little, but firmly. And in this video, I'll break it down into a simple process. You can practice: master your words, master your emotions, master your money, and master your mind, so you can live with real freedom, not fake freedom. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning with a control button right in the middle of your forehead. Press it once, and you say exactly what needs to be said. Press it once, and your anger disappears. Press it once, and you stop buying useless things. Press it once, and your negative thoughts shut off like a dead screen. Sounds like a movie. Right, but here's the harsh truth. If you can't control those things, then no matter how much money, status, or freedom to move you have, you're still living like a puppet on strings. More than 2,000 years ago, one man saw this clearly. He didn't complain. He didn't blame anyone. He declared that real freedom is not outside of you. It is in your ability to control your own response. His name was Epictetus. He was born a slave. Being a slave meant he had no control over his own body, no right to choose where he could go, and no right to say no. He belonged to someone else. Yet, from the very bottom of life, he discovered a weapon so powerful that it still shocks people today: no one can hurt you without your permission. That sentence is uncomfortable for people who love playing the victim. But it is true. Epictetus was not denying that pain is real. He was pointing to the key. You cannot always control what life throws in your face, but you can always control how you respond. And inside that response is real strength. So what is the problem of our age? We are not chained like ancient slaves, but we are trapped by something more subtle, a mouth that speaks and regrets it, a mood that ruins the whole day, a wallet that keeps swiping to relieve stress, and a mind that never stops racing with anxiety, comparison, and self-blame. People think they are free because no one is directly ordering them around, but in reality, they are being controlled by their own habits and emotions. The solution is not reading a few stay positive quotes and feeling good for a moment. The solution is to return to Epictetus's map, separate what you can control from what you cannot. Then put all your energy into what is truly yours, your words, your choices, your actions, and the meaning you give to events. Once you train this, you don't need anyone to give you freedom anymore. You give it to yourself. In this video, I'll take you through 4 pillars. Master your words. Master your emotions. Master your money. And master your mind. Clear steps. Practical. And you can start right away. Do you think Epictetus was just saying something nice? No. He said it because he had lived long enough under life's boot to understand one rule. You don't lose because of what happens to you. You lose because of your stupid reaction to what happens. Someone insults you once, and you lose sleep for 3 nights. One video flops, and you tell yourself, I'm not good enough. Then quit. One argument happens, you say something you can never take back, and then you spend a whole month drowning in regret. That is not bad luck. That is you letting your emotions drive the car while you sit in the passenger seat, silent and powerless. And when you don't drive yourself, something else will drive you: anger, fear, procrastination, the urge to spend, or the need for approval from other people. You think you're the master? Wrong. You are a slave to the invisible demons inside your own head. And today's world is even more dangerous than ancient slavery because modern chains look like convenience. One scroll, and dopamine gets pumped straight into your brain. One buy now click, and you feel valuable for a moment. One comparison, and you cut your own confidence in half. The scary part is that it all happens so fast and so smoothly that you don't even notice you just lost control. You think you're just relaxing. But in reality, you're being trained into an algorithm-driven reaction machine. Everything makes you angry. Every comment hits a nerve. Praise lifts you up. Criticism destroys you. Let's be honest, weakness is slow suicide. No one is killing you. You are killing yourself with bad habits. So where is the solution? Exactly where Epictetus pointed: define your circle of power. There are 2 circles. The outer circle contains what you cannot control, what people think, the market, the weather, the past, the algorithm, and what has already happened. The inner circle contains what you can control, what you say, what you do, what you choose, how you respond, how you spend your money, and where you place your focus. A loser keeps fighting the outer circle until he is exhausted. A winner locks the outer circle outside, turns inward, and sharpens the inner circle like a blade. And let me be clear, self-mastery is not motivation. It is discipline. You start with small things that are deadly important. Before you speak, pause for 1 second. Before you swipe your card, pause for 10 seconds. Before you believe a negative thought, pause for 30 seconds. Pause, to take back your power to choose. Freedom does not fall from the sky. Freedom is forged, like steel, and once you forge it, you will understand that Epictetus was not just preaching, "No one can break you unless you open the door and let them in." And here is the part most people will feel hit by, because it does not comfort you or pat you on the back. You do not need to control the whole world to live in peace. You only need to control one thing: yourself. Epictetus was once a slave, but he was freer than many people today who are allowed to do anything because he understood a steel-hard boundary. What belongs to me is my responsibility. What does not belong to me is not worth wasting my life on. You are drained because you keep trying to win the wrong battles, trying to make people understand you, trying to make people respect you, trying to fix other people, trying to predict the algorithm, waiting until you're in the right mood to begin. Sounds familiar? All of that belongs to the outer circle. The more you chase it, the weaker you become. The weaker you become, the easier you are to trigger, and then you get trapped in the same loop. No self-control. Blind reaction, regret, self-blame, even less self-control. Cut it off. Starting today. If you want real freedom, train these 4 things in the most practical way possible. Your mouth don't speak to win. Speak with purpose. Before you speak, pause for 1 beat. Your emotions. Emotions can come, but you must not worship them as king. Before you explode, pause for 3 beats. Your money don't spend to treat your emotions. Spend to buy value. Before you buy, pause for 10 seconds. Your mind, a negative thought is only a suggestion, not a command. Before you believe it, pause for 30 seconds. That's it. If you can pause at the right moment, you have already started taking back the wheel. A strong person is not someone who never gets angry or never feels afraid. A strong person knows how to be angry without destroying things, how to be afraid and still act, how to feel pain without collapsing. If you want your life to change, stop waiting for luck. Train your inner circle until it becomes a reflex. Then life can throw whatever it wants at your face, and you will still stand firm. Because you no longer need permission from your emotions to live. And this is where 90% of people break. They understand the lesson, nod like they get it, then do nothing. Understanding without action is just another way of lying to yourself. You want freedom. Freedom is not the feeling of, "I'm motivated today." Freedom is a system. It is what you do even when you are tired, bored, angry, or when no one is clapping for you. Stop acting like you're trying to find yourself. No, you're avoiding responsibility. That's all. Now, I'll give you a very simple way to turn theory into real practice. It's called the 3-layer rule. Layer 1. Identify. Whenever something happens, ask one question. Which circle does this belong to? If it belongs to the outer circle, what people say? The algorithm. The market. The past. Drop it. Don't argue. Don't get bitter. Don't try to win. The harder you try, the more foolish you become. Layer 2. Choose your response. If it belongs to the inner circle, what you say, what you do, how you respond, choose a response that benefits you long term. It doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to be 1% better than yesterday. For example, someone provokes you. Instead of snapping back just to feel good, you stay silent for 5 seconds. Then speak to the point. Your video flops. Instead of beating yourself up, you open the analytics and find one thing to fix the hook. The pacing. Or the title. Layer 3. Lock it in with habits every day. Do 3 exercises. Total time, 10 minutes. Spend 2 minutes checking your words. Write down one thing you said today that you shouldn't have said. And what you should have said instead. Spend 3 minutes checking your emotions. When did your mood pull you the furthest off track? And what signal appeared before it? Spend 5 minutes checking your money and your mind. Did you spend today because of a real need or because of emotion? What negative thought kept repeating? And what evidence proves the opposite? Sounds simple. Right, it is. But weak people will call it too simple and keep living the same way. Strong people will do it. And after 30 days, they will feel different. After 90 days, their life will start changing direction. Because when you master your response, you master your results. But if you still let your emotions drive, then don't complain about fate. You chose it. Now I'll say it straight. If you've watched this far and still think, I'll do it tomorrow, then you are signing an extension for a life controlled by strings. No one is coming to save you. There is no perfect day when you suddenly become disciplined. There is only the day you decide and the day you keep acting weak. Choose one. Now do one small thing right below this video. Comment one word. Do. I want you to make it public to yourself. Don't comment just for fun. Comment like you're driving a stake into the ground. From today on, I will no longer let my mouth, my mood, my wallet, or my stupid mind control me. Next. Choose exactly one thing you're weakest at. If your weakness is your mouth, practice pausing 1 second before speaking this week. If your weakness is your emotions, practice pausing 3 beats before exploding. If your weakness is money, practice pausing 10 seconds before buying. If your weakness is your mind, practice pausing 30 seconds before believing a negative thought. You don't need to do everything. You only need to do one thing properly. 7 days. Then come back here and comment your result. If you actually did it, I'll know. If you're lying, that will show too. And if you found this video valuable, like and subscribe so I can keep breaking difficult ideas into practical systems. No empty theory. No fluff. Your life does not lack information. Your life lacks action. Remember this, freedom is not something other people give you. Freedom is something you forge every day. Do it. Stop talking.